Hello, how to trace pullbacks that respect a trend line. We are using long option line swing trading strategy. We are going to make sure we are on maximum daily chart and taking our watching using our watch list. We can pick the first stocks we want to analyze together. You and I today is going to be ROST and ROST. And when you look at ROS is going up, we purchase it, that's why it's highlighted in our portfolio. And so we purchase it somewhere here, and that is the price corresponding to it. But I think we could have purchased it, I didn't think we purchased it that long, but yeah, so we purchased it right at the beginning of 2025 when it pulled back to the trend line, and this is a trend line supporting the upside wall of the mountain. When it pulled back to the trend line, went up, pulled back, and start going up, we purchased it there. But you see, so I like to see a few higher lows after it, so it pulled back and start going up, and we enter after two higher lows there. But it was not enough. It pulled back to that trend line again, pulled back further to the trend line below, went up, we became a little bit positive here. So for the whole time here we were negative. It went up back to this trend line, it was not enough, it pulled back down again, and then we start going up. So we were pretty much negative for since we bought it. Every candlestick is a daily chart, is a daily time frame, and we are pretty much negative from there all the way to, in some way, somewhere here in September, before it became positive for us. So we purchased it in January according to this arrow here, and we were in the trade all the way to September, majority of the time being red, because we purchased it at a higher support line. That is the support line supporting the upside wall of the mountain, and it pulled back on us. So to this valley line, I'm not even sure I'll call that a valley line, but we just kept it, and from there it became positive after. So, and that is an example of buying it when it pulls back to the trend line you want to buy it at, and start going up from there. You can purchase it. We trace those two support lines to be the valley line of the mountain, and that is where we will like to buy it. Next time we will buy it again, but trying to buy around this support line, it seems to be a support line supporting the upside wall of the mountain, and it is a long support line, uptrending, 3 years long. But clearly it was done with it and wanted to pull back to this one before going up again. At this point, I'm not entirely sure if I want to sell it or hold on to it, because it pulled back to this and start going up from there. But again, it could well decide that it's done with this trend and wanted to come back down low. If we do not sell it, we might overstay in the trade. But again, it's going to be a learning process for us. And by seeing this, then we can say to ourselves that this is a support line supporting the upside wall of the mountain that it pulls back to and continue going higher and higher. It's now the valley line passing by the bottom of the mountain. If we want to trade on a long uptrend line, the valley line will be lower than this one, and it proved it to us when it pulled back to this area couple times before going up from there. So that is an example of tracing I don't really trace the pullback, but I watch the pullback. I trace the support line supporting the base of the chart and watch the pullback to that base and then buy from there to climb up together. So, and today is October 23rd, 2025. We are doing the analysis considering when the market was open on Friday, and Friday the price went up. The price at the end of the day was higher than the price in the morning when the market opened, and it was quite a big jump there, and it was a new high that day as well. So the price at the end of the day was higher than the morning price. And let's see, so when I put my mouse here, because we have the date on the x-axis from the past to the present, when I put my, and then the price from 0 up on the y-axis, when I put my mouse there, you can see the corresponding price versus where the price is right now. We can check, the spreadsheet to really see if we bought it and what is the amount we pay for it. So the next one we can analyze to to see how we trade it will be RPM. So, and in terms of trading, the pullback is like buying it at the support line that we want to buy at before or when they start going up from there. Like when it reach that support line and start going up, we will make the purchase. And I can come back here and show it to you. We try to trace a little line there, but usually I don't trace that line because when it's uptrending you will know. And you can see, you will just compare that low. It's pretty much, that low is higher than this one, which is higher than this one. So I have an uptrend there, and I purchased it at the first green bar. But then shortly after that it became negative, and I became positive here, and then it became negative again, and I became positive from here around this area as well. Any candlestick above where I purchased it, I'll be positive in it, and candlestick below where I purchased, I'll be negative for that time frame. So the next one is RPM. RPM, we purchased it in 2024. We have not sold it yet. So again, let's take a look at it here. In 2024, we traded along this support line and along one here. Arrows facing up show where we purchased, arrow facing down showed where we sold. So we purchased it multiple times in 2024, and then we purchased it again shortly after it pulled back again to this support line and pull back again to this one, and then start going up from there. But then now it's still pulling back. And let's see, so pretty much it pulled back to close to this valley line. We do have one here that we can activate and extend it. It has not touched base with it and start going up from there. It seems to be resting at the peak of those mountains where it is right now. Like if you trace that horizontal line, some of them do that. I don't usually make a habit of tracing resistant line, but some stocks tend to follow that. So if I trace this, and some I might think they are following it, but they don't. So seems to me that is resting at the same level as the previous mountain peak, and might decided to go up from there instead of coming back down to the valley line. So we might decide to buy some some more, and then let it be. But again, we are trading it along this support line, and we purchased it, but it was done with it and pulled back. So it pulled back, went up and pulled back again. So pretty much we can consider this to be like the valley line in some way, that is resting there before start going up again. This is a long valley line. So pretty much it was done with this one and pull back. So we prefer to buy at the valley line, and this is an experience that after trading a long short uptrend line in 2024, I decided to trade a long uptrend line in 2025, and that's the same strategy we are going to use in 2026. Buy at the valley line. When it pulls back to the valley line and start going up from there, buy at the valley line and sell it after a new high is reached, because a new high is all-time high. Since we are using a maximum chart, it will show the highest price, all-time high. So that is how we traded the pullback. We buy it at the valley line to sell it at the peak of the mountain. Is the strategy we are trying to improve upon and keep doing that. Let's take a look at both on our spreadsheet, RPM and ROST. Okay, we purchased ROST in January for 153, and we have not sold it yet. So it has been negative in the account. We didn't sell it. Now it's all-time high. That's why I do not set a stop loss to cut my losses. I just let it be, and I just focus on selecting good quality growth stocks to trade, so that even if I pay a higher price for it, I know that at some point it's going to come back to where I bought it and continue forward. So growth stocks that are uptrending, and keep improving the skills to keep improving stocks that I'm putting in the watch list to swing trade. And if I pay a too much higher price for it, it will be negative for the time being until it becomes positive, and learn from it and keep improving. When next time I'm going to buy that stock, I'll know where I will purchase it, what works before, what didn't work, and so forth, and improve on my skill. So that is for that one. RPM, we purchased it in December for 138 a share, and we have not sold it yet either. So those are the two that we have, and that's how we trade the pullback. And the goal is to buy. If I go back to ROST, it will be a good one, since it's already reached a high, to buy. If this is the valley line, for instance, buy and sell it after a new high is reached. Pretty much on one side of the mountain, the upside of the mountain, is why we are trying to to keep improving our trading strategy to master that. Thank you so much for watching. And by the way, I'm thinking about organizing an online workshop Wednesday this coming week, the 26th of November, and probably the time might be 9. Let's see. Okay, I'm saying 9 already, so 9 Central Time, and we can estimate about an hour and a half. And that first workshop is going to be, I'm not going to charge for it. I'm going to exchange it with you. I'm going to exchange it for your feedback on, to help us improve it. Going into 2026, I might sell the workshop, and I like to start the first one this coming week. And I'm going to reserve 10 seats for if you are interested to join, and it's going to be, I'm not going to charge for it. In exchange for your feedback, you are going to pay with your feedback to help us improve it and to help others that want to buy the workshop next round, to be able to read your feedback and decide for themselves. And it will be good if you have, a brokerage account or a Roth IRA you wanted to trade in, and have a trading platform so that I can watch you analyze the stocks. And the goal for the online workshop coming up will be to to help you choose about 5 stocks for your watch list, to pretty much watch you analyze it to see if that stock is good for your watch list, and then watch you analyze it like on a daily basis, how you should be analyzing that to buy, to do your your daily analysis to buy the stocks when it's ready for you to buy. And the workshop is going to be based on the strategy we are using, long option and swing trading strategy. If you're interested in that strategy and you wanted to start trading, swing trading in 2026, will you please join the online workshop? But yes, and it's not mandatory for this round. It's not mandatory if you do not have a brokerage account yet, or a Roth IRA account that you can trade in, and you do not have a platform. But it will be a good thing, because I wanted to see you do a practice it yourself, implement pretty much what we are learning here. And I'm going to, because it's something that just came to my mind this morning, I think I'm going to see if I can spend today to post it on our online store, liberdownload.com. And for the coming days, I will share more information on it. So thank you so much for your time. Afiavi, Liberman, creators of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, and ninasub.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. Just start small and grow your account from there. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. For more of our swing trading strategy, will you please check the playlist in the description of this video. And this video is brought to you by our online store, liberlabo.com. And we have a tote bag listed there. If you are looking for a tote bag, will you please check it out. Thank you for your time.